Is the line at your favorite coffee place just so long that you decide to get 2 drinks? Because same. Those are our chickens if you can hear them. I apologize. Hi guys! Welcome to my first video. So if you saw the title, you know that this is going to be 10 lies that society tells young adults. And we're going to do 5 female and 5 male. That way we have an equal amount of, you know. So before we get started, I'm going to pray the St. Michael prayer. It's one of my favorites, and I think it's a really good opening prayer. So in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. St. Michael the Archangel, defend us in battle. Be our protection against the wickedness and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. And do thou, O Prince of the heavenly host, by the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all the evil spirits who prowl about the world seeking the ruin of souls. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Let's get started. I'm really excited. So we're going to start with the women. So the first one, this is one that I see a lot and that I personally have been told quite a few times. And that is that homemaking is outdated, and if you are a homemaker, you are a slave to your family. This couldn't be any farther from the truth. Women were made to be homemakers. We all have different opinions on this. I'm just going to tell you mine. Women were made to take care of a family. We were made to create children and to take care of them. Nowadays, a lot of women are being pressured into getting degrees and educations and stuff, and if they want to do that, that is amazing, and I totally think you should get some kind of education just to fall back on in case that something falls through, you need to get a job. I think that's so important. But the fact that people are tearing down homemaking is something that really bugs me. Homemaking is such a beautiful thing, and only women can really do it. We have the ability to create a loving environment, and I just see that getting tarnished on so often. And if you want to do homemaking, you want to support your family by staying home, homeschooling them, by supporting your husband, by cleaning the house and doing all of that stuff, amazing. If you want to work, I think that's great, you totally should. But I see so much hate surrounding homemaking these days that I just had to fit it in here. Number 2, your life is over if you get pregnant. I think this is such a stupid thing to say. I constantly hear from a lot of different places, you can't pursue a career and be pregnant. You can't go to college and be pregnant. You can't get a degree and be pregnant. All this stuff. Excuse me. We can do anything through the power of God. If we trust in God and His plan, everything will work out. We make changes in our life every day. A baby is a big change, don't get me wrong, but that child does not deserve to die due to his mother's or father's consequences. We don't get to play God. We don't get to say who lives and who dies. You can do anything, even if you are having a baby. Except for maybe like skydiving. Don't do that. I should also mention there are many organizations that help women who are struggling and pregnant. Many organizations offer free housing, diapers, food, formula for both the mother and the child. And I think I should just add that in there because I care about both, not just the unborn child. Number 3, I actually got this one from Mrs. Midwest, and it's that femininity is weak. It is not weak. People, femininity is so important, so powerful when we embrace our inner femininity. Am I saying that right? And femininity? Femininity? I feel like I'm finding Nemo trying to say anemone. Anemone. Femininity. No. Original feminists, they were pro-life. They were all about preserving the rights of women. Today's feminists, they want to be basically men, but without the consequences. It's messed up. It's toxic. I don't want any part of that. Femininity is when we embrace our inner woman. We embrace the caretaking, the love, the support, the homemaking. And I see it torn down all the time, that it's seen as weak. It's seen as outdated. They see you as like a slave. And that couldn't be anything farther from the truth. Women were naturally called to be feminine. We love that side. We love having children and taking care of the house. There's going to be some women who don't. That's fine. But for those of us who really want to embrace our original inner feminism, getting torn down all the time is really heartbreaking, because people don't understand that that's what we were actually made for, and it just breaks my heart. Number 4, that you are not good enough. This one's a difficult one. It's actually one that I've struggled with for quite a while. My chair keeps sliding back. Whoa. Basically, all around us, there's perfection. Everywhere we look, billboards, TV, movies, magazines, music, books, everywhere there is somebody that's going to be better than us at something, prettier than us, thinner, more curvy. Everybody in today's society wants something that the other person has. I've noticed that so much. I struggled with this as a teenager, and it really led into spouts of anxiety and depression, knowing that I wasn't perfect. I wasn't good enough. You are good enough. Nobody is perfect except God. We are imperfectly perfect in His eyes. We are sinners. We doubt. We make mistakes. We do things that we regret later in life, but you are never too far gone to go back to God. He will always accept you with open arms. We must be sorry for what we did, and we must turn away from those things and turn towards God, go to confession, get closer to Him. But you're never too far gone for God to reach you. And last but not least, number 5. This one might ruffle some feathers. I'm not sure. My opinions, my channel, this is what I believe in. It's totally up to you guys if you believe something else. Totally up to you. That the woman wears the pants in the marriage. The man is the authority in the house. He is the one that says, okay kids, let's go to mass. Okay kids, let's go pray. Okay kids, let's open the Bible and read some Bible. The man has the authority in the house, and that's how it's always been. That's what the men are for. Masculinity is what children need. They need their fathers to be the leaders. Moms are so important in their own way. If the kid acts out, if the kid goes and says, let's say they steal something, okay? The mom should take that kid back to that store, have them hand it over, tell the clerk or whoever what they did. If that kid's screaming and crying, who cares? And then when she goes home, tells the dad what happened, assuming the dad wasn't around when it first happened, and the dad needs to back her up. The dad needs to be like, all right, what you did was wrong. I never want you to do that again. I still love you, but no TV for 2 days. They need to co-parent in that way, because if not, the kids are going to be like, oh, I can get away with stuff with mom. Oh, I can get away with stuff with dad. And parents, just know that your kids do have feelings, so don't scream at them, please, or yell. And if you are angry, please just step outside, take a breath of air. Never cast punishments when you are angry. Please. It does so much mental damage to the children. If you are calm during the situation and be like, I'm disappointed, I'm going to have you not do TV or no dessert for 2 days or however long, that's great. But the dad needs to back up the woman. Women are in charge in their own way. We take charge in our own way, and that's so important, but the man needs to be the authority. And I feel like so many women are afraid of that because they think they're submitting to their husbands and they're submissive or they're being passive. No, absolutely not. Being submissive to your husband is not at all a bad thing. The word submissive, though, has been twisted. in today's society. Being submissive towards your husband just means that you respect his authority. And he should be respecting you. He should be respecting your femininity. He should respect your, I said it again, femininity. He should be respecting your decisions, and you guys should be communicating. Please communicate. If you guys are fighting, that is not communication. Fighting every now and then, normal, totally fine. Fighting every day is not normal. In that case, couples therapy, help, whatever, please. Communication is key in marriages. Communication, and God needs to be at the center of everything. Everything. Now we're going to get into the men. I bet you guys are excited for this one. Number 1, that you shouldn't help your wife out around the house because it's not masculine. Ladies, can I hear an amen? This is such a big lie. Please help your wives or girlfriends or whatever around the house. Appreciate it so much when a man pitches in and just does the dishes without being asked, or just takes out the trash without being asked, or just mows the lawn, just does something small. For society to tell men that it's not cool and that chores and stuff is basically a woman's job, it's really sad. So my camera overheated. It was really rude of it, and it just cut me off. Anyways, where was I? Basically though, guys, if your woman is overwhelmed, please help her. Help her have that connection with you and know that she can trust you to take over things when she feels like she can't do anymore. Please. Number 2, that drinking, smoking, doing drugs is cool. Or even revving your engine really loud down the street. No girl ever has been like, oh wow, that's such a loud engine, I totally want to marry him. Never. It is not cool to be an alcoholic. It's not cool to be addicted to cigarettes. It's not cool to be addicted to drugs. Women need to know that they can trust you, and if your attention is going to one of those 3 addictions, you don't have enough attention to give to her. The more attention you put on addictions, the less you'll put on your family. Alcoholism destroys family. I've seen it firsthand. Drugs and smoking, they hurt families because that person is one of the sole supporters of that family. And if they get cancer, if they die due to a complication of using a drug, what about the family? It's so selfish, really, to be addicted to that stuff. Because your family relies on you to be clear-minded and to support them and to help them. And if you're not, unfortunately, they can't rely on you, and it creates a broken family, and it's very sad to see. Number 3, that men don't have feelings. This is complete and utter BS. Men have feelings. Men are human. Men need to express their feelings. Maybe they're a little bit more closed off than women because women are very emotional, men are more logical. But you should have that openness with your partner. If you're struggling, if you feel uncomfortable with something, if something's bugging you, you should be able to go to your significant other and be like, hey, can I talk to you? I've been struggling with this. I really could use some support or help. And if your partner isn't like that, and if your girlfriend isn't the type of person you feel like you can talk to, I'm sorry, but you need someone who you can talk to. That is so important. Communication is so important. You have feelings, and that's okay. I think men are afraid to go to therapy even because they're told that therapy's weak. Even women are told that people who go to therapy are weak. You are not weak if you go to therapy. You are so strong. To go to somebody and tell them about your faults, about your problems, and to be strong enough to receive that help, that is so amazing. It amazes me every single time somebody comes out of therapy and they're like, I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna do this. This is worth it. I'm going to be the best person I can be, and I'm going to get closer to God. I'm gonna help myself. Like, it's amazing. I love it. I'm pretty sure I'm on number 4. Sir, I'm trying to film a video. Our chickens are so loud. Again, I apologize. Number 4, that cooking is a woman's job. Don't get me wrong, it is. Women are usually the ones that provide dinner for the family. That is normal. But to tell a man that he cannot cook because it's a feminine thing, I feel like it's so wrong. There are many men who are so good at cooking. Like, some of the best cooks I've actually met are men. Chefs are men. But as soon as you put a man in a house to cook for his family that's seen as feminine, I'm sorry, I don't see that. I don't see how a man cooking for his family is feminine. If anything, I see a provider of the house providing for his family and helping out his wife. And that is so important. That is so important, you guys. I guess that kind of ties in with my whole chore one. It's fine. It's fine. It's probably like the same thing. All right, I think this is the last one. Number 5. This is actually one that one of my followers said, and it was already on my list, so I'm gonna just put their name here. Thank you for having a similar mindset. All right, number 5. That having sex before marriage is a good thing, or cool, or should be a thing, or should be necessary. No. Sex is meant for marriage. That's just how it should be. Because you have the foundation. You have that trust, you're married, your spirits are intertwined, your souls are intertwined. And through the actions of waiting till marriage, you're telling your partner, I have self-control, I have discipline, I was waiting for you. Because that is something that's so important. And in today's society, they just throw it away. Anyways, these were my top 10 lies society tells young adults the most. And there's going to be a part 2 to this where my followers actually tell me what they've been told by society and other friends. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.